Yes.
Oh, I'm already quit. I'm done. Did you just hear that?
Leave the store.
Oh, all right. This is
Unprofessional.
Yeah.
maybe a little bit, but
I've been working here for so long. I've got something that I want to tell you, so I thought I would say it in a song.
I like it so far.
Fuck this house. Fuck this place. I'm quit. I don't want to work for someone who treats their employees like shit.
That's great.
I found a way better job.
This is the best one. I want to hear an applause. There we go. There we go. That's what I wanted. That's what I wanted.
Doctors have tried,
Doctors have tried.
and they failed.
Doctors have done amazing things. Actually, they've just released a this kid's having this trial stuff. He had a brain tumour. Chemotherapy didn't help him at all. Didn't reduce it. He's now got this stuff that he takes at home, like a medicine, you know, and he's actually started producing now.
Holy shit!
Yeah, yeah.
What kind of medicine is it?
It's it goes in and it's like protein orientated, so it goes to DNA.
Yeah, is it
MRNA, I think again.
Yeah, there's ones as well that
Same
they've
as
got
COVID.
that have basically managed to, they like almost flare cancerous cells up
Yeah.
as a danger, so that then your immune system goes, hang on.
Yeah.
Fuck are you doing over there?
That's what I think it is. From what I think.
Yeah. And then suddenly your immune system just tears that shit to pieces.
Well, that's exactly what it was with COVID. With the COVID vaccination, that's what it was. A lot of people don't realise that. Like it was the first proper mRNA vaccine that was used.
Oh, so
Some
that's how they've managed to develop that fucking tech. That's insane.
Well, that tech was around before. They were already developing
they
it.
were working on it, but they hadn't actually deployed it.
No, that's how
because
the
no
vaccine.
one had given them enough money to actually try it.
That's how the vaccine came around so quickly.
Yeah. I mean, it's like anything. When humanity is having its worst moments, that's when the biggest advancements happen.
When you could throw a conspiracy theory out there that maybe, you know, they needed a reason to test it.
Maybe they did.
And
Maybe
then
they did.
They're still keeping it quiet.
Yeah.
It was a
violently good success.
Yeah. They're still generally like the news and they're keeping it quiet that, you know, it was a Chinese American lab that it came from. This is just known now.
Yeah.
No, they can't mention that on the news. So
No.
people would freak.
No.
I'm surprised you've been playing so much Helldivers.
Oh, mate, I can't get enough of it.
I thought you would have had an aneurysm already. Because you and both Dom, you get stressed out on that game.
Oh, man.
You get stressed out.
That's the thing, though. Have you ever seen that meme of, like, it's just a man gets home after a long day of work and it's like, I'm going to relax by playing an incredibly stressful computer game. And then it's the Joker just going, you wouldn't understand. But it's that, man. It's like, it's like tension breaking almost to a certain extent. It's like,
I'll honestly say I've never had that. I'm just too chilled. I used to have an issue getting angry, so now the fact that I can get angry is enough for me. I'm like, I can get pissed off now.
Yeah. When it's needed.
When it's needed. Well, I mean, sometimes it's hard to not be pissed off, though. I mean,
oh yeah.
We all now once you've opened that bottle and you learned how to be annoyed.
Yeah.
It's like sometimes you can't put it back in the bottle.
Yeah.
It's like taking
Have you been
toothpaste.
getting annoyed at random things?
Not lately. I did at some point. So yeah. I've been pretty chill lately, to be fair.
Yeah. Okay.
Welcome to Squishy Logic, though. The Squishy to Border Logic. I will be not as loud and animated as normal today, just so people know, because I'm coming off like a 2-day head break.
Yeah.
And it's still there now, but I'm just annoyed.
You're mentally fried.
Yeah, I'm mentally fried, and literally the side of my head still aches right now. I've got a nice soft pad on it. I might take it off, actually.
The little pad is a unique and interesting look that exists exclusively for this podcast.
I've already done podcasts like this before.
Exactly,
I've done wrestling with egos like this before. Unfortunately, I think wrestling with egos might have come to an end now because I had to let them know that I wasn't able to produce it anymore, and I haven't heard anything since. We were going to do one last week, and haven't heard anything still. So hopefully not. Hopefully we'll be back still.
Yeah.
But you can catch me now though regularly on the Slam Jam Wrestling Show every Thursday live, I believe, at about 7:30 UK time.
Ooh, very nice.
Yeah.
Slam Jam sounds like a good name for a podcast.
Yeah, it's the guy, the extreme improv guy. He's a big wrestling fan too, and he does that. But he was saying the other day in the chat that he might not be able to do it as much because there's not, because you know, like you need somebody to do it with each time from the chat. And I was like, oh well, funny enough, you say that.
Yeah.
I've just
finished this thing.
yeah. So yeah, can do regularly with him.
Do you have something I can tap in?
Oh yeah, I'll just think about that. You know. Yes, I do.
Very
I
nice.
do.
Very nice.
But today as well, that we've got a nice, easier, chill topic you were saying. So let everybody know what the topic is at the head of it, you know, and then we'll go into it in a bit.
Today's topic is about people who quit in interesting ways.
Oh, okay.
Quit their jobs in interesting ways.
That's it. I wasn't saying it ironically, but that's interesting.
It is. It is. I'm not planning on quitting my job anytime currently, but you know, it's always nice to know what the options are.
Yeah.
A lot of people think about quitting their jobs.
Yeah.
And a lot of people, I think, would like to do it in a more interesting way than just sort of handing in your notice and walking out the door when you're supposed to. And I don't know, I just kind of got a little bit sort of trapped on the idea in my head.
You wanted to,
like,
let's be honest, you wanted to live vicariously through
through some other people. I wanted to be able to be like, it's still doing one as well. It's still, you see, you were right to pause them. So yeah, I wanted to just live vicariously because it is the dream ultimately of like, the dream of this thing that we do is to hopefully get to the point where people like our stuff enough that we can get paid to do just this kind of stuff, make our own stuff and be funny doing it. Yeah. And I'd like to think that if I did get to that point while I was still, you can borrow that one, yeah. While I was still working in a place, I would take the opportunity to quit in a way that was a bit more unique.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, depending on how much, you know, you dislike the people, you can go just fun, or you can go weeing in perfume.
Yeah, and we're going to see a lot of different ones here. We start off with one which is just someone straight up just telling it like it is in a shit job. In fact, do you want to see that one first? Should we go for that?
To be fair, we should probably hold off on them anyway because the carers are going to come at some point. We can get into them after.
Okay.
Yeah, I reckon that'd be the best idea.
Okay, so we'll get to that. We'll get to that in a bit.
I found lumps on my balls.
Yeah, you mentioned.
Yeah. It was a scary thing. Any guy who will find that, you will be scared no matter what. Even you can look at it and you can know logically. Like, hold on, I know for it to be like a tumour or something to really worry about, it has to be like attached to the nut.
Yeah.
Mine attached to the skin. I know instantly that's not that, but yeah.
There we go.
Okay. I instantly knew it wasn't that, but you know, logic doesn't listen.
No, logic doesn't care.
I thought it might have been genital warts because my ex did mention that she had that at one point. And I was
possible.
like, possible, but then I looked and I think what it actually is sebaceous cysts.
Yeah.
Which don't actually mean anything, but I can get in a cut off if I want to.
Yeah. I've dealt with sebaceous cysts in other places, so I know what that's about.
Oh.
No.
There's only certain places they can be, ain't there?
Yeah.
So where then?
It's like
You know what I say?
it was in that sort of area, but like, you know,
Penis.
not quite the penis.
Well, I was talking about my nuts, so I mean...
Yeah, they're just around...
oh, around the area. I think the nuts is worse, personally.
Yeah, the nuts is worse.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's not worse than mine.
No.
It's like it's one of the things you don't want somebody sucking on your nut and being like, why have you got 3 testes?
Yeah. Oh, here we go. Yeah.
Far, far beyond human realms. Even further than the distance of Kd's penis.
That's unfathomably long.
Mm-hmm. At a weight of unbelievably veiny.
Oh, that isn't a weight, and you know it.
I don't know. People look at it and they're like, wait.
Well.
No. They say it's not well.
Wow.
Hence the lumps.
Yeah. Speaking of things that can give you lumps, have you seen Fallout?
I have, but I heard it's very good.
It is fucking excellent.
Different story than the games.
Yeah. Well, I mean, obviously that's the reason why it works is because Fallout is always a new story with new characters every time they've done a game.
I see.
They've never done
that
a
makes it a lot
sequel.
easier.
Yeah, and you're always playing a character made character. So it's not like there's one definitive character who always was the person in
Yeah.
Fallout.
And
that
even
meant,
if there was, you never see them.
yeah, and that meant
Like-
that they could create this character Lucy, and every single one of them have got traits that are quite obvious. Like, one of them is the luckiest motherfucker on earth. Everyone turns up to save his ass every single
You
time.
might say this as if it's somebody that just assumed that doesn't know anything about Fallout.
Yeah.
Traits, are they something to do with the characters in the game?
Yeah. So you
Okay.
can select traits and increase the like. You can have a person with level 10 luck, and they'll
Okay, yeah.
basically
what I thought
always
when you
get a
said that.
critical hit. They'll basically always find what they need. They always get better loot. They always, if you get a high enough one, and you can use this thing called the mysterious stranger,
Okay.
who's just a person who will occasionally just turn up in the middle of your fights when you're doing VATs and just fucking annihilate people with a 44 Magnum from a distance.
That sounds like a friend you'd want.
Yeah, it's really useful.
Weirdly, it would be useful having somebody watching your back.
I do actually. I want to do a full luck build of a Fallout character because I've never done it before.
Oh.
And full luck
see.
seems like an interesting thing.
Yeah. Because look, it's the Deadpool person, isn't it? In the second one, she's in the new one as well, I think, from the trailer.
Oh yeah,
Domino.
yeah.
Her power is luck. It's really cool.
How is
like-
luck a power? Watch.
Fucking is.
Yeah,
It's a great power to have as well.
it's honestly,
You
she's made out to be one of the most powerful fucking.
Yeah, because
Because she can just do whatever she wants
Yeah.
and it just works because
It's like-
she's lucky.
she says, they say luck, which makes it, I think that kind of like glosses over what it is really, because it's like more like, it's like the
whole
universe bends around
yeah,
her.
bends to her will. Whatever she wants to happen will happen.
Whatever she needs more
Yeah.
as well, because like, it's more like, it's not like she can just look at something and be like, I want world peace.
No, it doesn't work
Pretend.
like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
She has to be active in it.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's more surviving than anything.
But honestly, that was one of the coolest characters they ever did. If she's not in it, if she's not in Deadpool 3.
She is, I saw her in the trailer, she's definitely in it.
Yeah, but is she in it?
Oh, that's the thing. I think from
You know?
what I've gathered, it's a
It
bit
looks
of
like it's going to be more to do with like the
travelling through the timelines
Yeah.
and that. Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah.
thinking. Although there does seem to be some crossover with it all.
Have you seen the most recent trailer for it?
Yeah, the one from the other day when you
Yeah,
see
yeah.
like Wolverine in his whole.
Yeah, and it's a
Costume.
different Wolverine. I like that.
Yeah,
I like
yeah,
that it's
it's
not
from a
the same. It's just a variant
I mean,
again.
to be fair, like we've already like the Wolverines we've seen have been variants. Like Logan was definitely a variant.
Oh no, Logan wasn't. Logan happened after all of the other events of all the other movies.
But it's still a variant from the Marvel universe. I mean,
Oh yeah. So he's not
Yeah.
part of the actual Marvel universe. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right,
Yeah,
yeah.
he's part of the X-Men universe.
But he's still, I think he's still a different one as well from Deadpool's universe. That's still a different one from that Logan. That's where the Logan, the old man
the
Logan.
Deadpool in that one was very much the Weapon X
Oh yeah,
version
no,
of
I
Deadpool.
didn't mean that.
And
yeah.
that's like that's quite clearly not where Wade has come from.
no,
in
no,
this
no,
one.
no, definitely not. Thank
So
fuck.
yeah, so it's a very different. Yeah, it is definitely a different Wade and a different.
Oh, I see.
Wolverine,
Yeah, of course. Yeah, that would kind of prove it would have to be as well.
Yeah. But Logan
But,
still
yeah.
goes off on his own one. It's just that his Wade ends there, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Whilst in this one, Deadpool is,
And
Deadpool.
right at the end, they kind of tease him coming into the proper MCU.
Yeah.
Did you notice that with the Doctor Strange thing? I swear to God, I'm so hoping they do, because it's simple. All you have to do to get by like the swearing and all that, when you get to the MCU,
Oh.
is Deadpool goes to swear and he bleeps and he's like, "What
Yeah.
It's a PG or whatever."
Yeah. Oh, but it's not going to be PG.
not rated-
It's
oh,
their
it's not
first
rated R?
It's their first R-rated movie.
But I mean, once they in another film, if they
Yeah,
go
yeah,
into like
yeah,
if they're
yeah.
in Avengers,
Oh no, yeah, that's a great idea. Oh come on.
Yeah. breaks the fourth wall.
Don't you know you get to do 5 shits? Oh,
Yeah.
I got to say one.
yeah, perfect, man. It's literally how, and then they'll just be like, "What the hell are you? Who are you talking to?"
Yeah.
It works so well, man.
And then he goes, shit. Hey, we've only got one left, man. See, he gets it. Writes itself, man.
So fucking good. Like that would be like a perfect Tony Stark line back.
Yeah.
Okay, I like that, man.
I could write Deadpool. I reckon I could write Deadpool.
Yeah, you can pretty much just write anything. A lot of it's just letting Ryan Reynolds do his thing.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's
it's
a huge
just what
part
would
of it.
Ryan Reynolds do? I want to
Yeah,
have that
yeah.
bracelet.
That would be. I prefer that in Jesus.
Yeah. What would Ryan Reynolds do?
Go on then. Tell these people about your videos then.
Okay, so let's go to our first video. Thank you. This is a man just directly telling his boss on the video to go fuck himself, basically.
Okay.
Alright, Facebook, I hope you can hear this shit because I'm about to quit. I'm working for my boss out here in Crystal River, right? Ain't shit done. I'm the only cook. I don't have nobody else to help me. No dishwasher, no nothing. And it's been this way for the past couple weeks. Well, I'm just about done fed up with it, so I want this shit to go viral. I got a truck here. I ain't got shit done. They only give us 30 minutes to open up. I was promised a raise, never got that. And now I got tickets piling up and we just fucking opened and nothing is fucking prepped and everything is made from scratch. So,
Who the fuck
Man.
hasn't been there?
yeah, doing a job and it's just
Yeah.
nothing's
Nothing
the way
is
it's supposed
fucking
to be.
set up. Nothing works. It happens to me all the fucking time at work.
Yeah,
We've got like 8 different programs we've got to rely on, and 3 of them will go down at the same fucking time. And it's like, oh, right. And if the Zoho desk, the thing that we use to fucking communicate with everyone, goes
yeah.
down, that's it. You're done.
Yeah.
You can't do anything.
Oh yeah, I've had times like that. They're great though when that
Yeah.
happens. Like if you can't do your job, it's like, oh cool.
No,
getting
because
paid
then
for
you deal with the phone calls, man.
Yeah.
It's like,
Well, yeah, but
there's a problem with the website. We'll tell you when it's ready.
Oh, I was thinking about like when I used to have like phone jobs or something, and then the phone line went down.
Oh, right, yeah.
That's
No, that's even
amazing.
easier.
Being in Virgin Media and their phone line goes down. It's like, come on, how ironic.
Guys.
This literally happened when I was working at Virgin Media. Their phone line went down.
That's not good.
It took hours to come back.
That
as well.
is not a good look.
We got paid for nothing. Great. Fucking great, man. Good place
Everyone
to work.
have
to
a
be
long
fair.
lunch. I do wish that we had a kind of work culture more like some of the European countries, like, you know, France and Italy and stuff like that, where it's like you have a fucking 2-hour lunch break
Yeah,
and it's paid, bitch, because
it should be paid.
yeah,
Definitely should be paid.
it should be paid. You're still not able to go home and like do stuff or do the rest of your day. You're still at work.
Yeah,
basically.
yeah. I mean, 2 hours though. If you have
2 hours, I think that's a different thing.
You
Like
can
an
definitely go
hour,
home, yeah.
you can stretch it to. Like pay someone for the hour.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know, you know. But
yeah,
like,
yeah.
But like the idea of just like, did you know? I think it was in one of the Grand Tours. It's illegal to eat your food at your desk.
I heard that on something. What was that on?
It
Where
was,
was
yeah,
it?
it was,
I
it was
mean,
on the Grand
I
Tour.
mean, where? Sorry, what
Oh, it was
country?
in France.
Was it France? Yeah,
Yeah.
that sounds right.
Yeah.
Canard Trois, I think it
Yeah,
was.
you have to actively go somewhere to eat specifically a food. And also, like, wine, perfectly acceptable to have at lunch. And you should, in fact, have wine at lunch. It's a very good thing for you to do. It's going to relax you. It's going to make you, you know, good for the rest of the day. You're going to have a nice
Yeah.
time. I mean, you're going to
Alcohol in moderation is very good. All
Yeah.
drugs in moderation are good, man.
Have you seen that movie
Using them when you need
with
them.
fucking Mads Mikkelsen in it? And it's
There's
basically
still a lot of movies with him in it.
Yeah.
So I like him.
yeah. It's basically about him and a bunch of his mates and like whatever.
You're going to notice me sitting like this probably for the rest of the time. I'm just fiddling.
Yeah,
it's
that's
like
fine.
massaging my head. I'm
That's
telling the
fine.
people more.
Yeah.
Because they're just like, what the hell is he
They
doing?
get it.
Yeah, but this might be a clip now, so it's like,
Yeah.
you know.
But yeah, Mads Mikkelsen basically and his mates in this movie all just keep a certain alcohol level in their blood, which is supposed to be like the perfect alcohol level to sort
Yeah.
of make you more sociable.
That's
to
what
make
I've
you more
always talked
confident.
about that when I'm out and about. Like, I
Yeah.
wanted to stay on that level.
Yeah.
That's the level. And then
And
once,
they all have
once it comes down,
breathalyzers,
I
so
take it
they-
back. Oh,
yeah.
wow.
So they can sort of breathalyze themselves and go, yeah, I'm at the perfect level. I'll stick at this for a bit,
See, that
and then
wouldn't
like,
work, though.
I'll have a little bit more to top me up.
That wouldn't work, though, because your tolerance would see to it as well. So it
Well,
would start changing that level.
I think that's part of what happens in the movie as well. I think it sort of turns on them a little bit.
Yeah.
You know.
Because surely, like, your tolerance would start, like, kicking in and you'd have to up it
Mm-hmm.
to get to that. Because that's the downfall of all drugs. The more you have them, the more you need to get to that high.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You're never going to get to that high you got the first time
No.
without having for the same amount.
Yeah, I remember the first time I ever smoked bud.
Yeah.
At university, and well, not even at university. It was before that. And I was around a friend's house, and I walked all the way back home, and it was quite a distance, as if I was Solid Snake, from Metal Gear Solid 1.
How does he walk?
He sort of like snuck like this. Tink, 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 and I like sneak up to walls and like sneak up to the side of the wall, look down the wall.
So he's having fun then?
Yeah, I was loving
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
I was loving it. It was great.
My first proper high experience was a bad one, so...
Mm.
Did I tell you when I got my first high experience?
I can't remember.
Secondary school, and I thought I'd got high a few times, but the evil hippie, he told me how to smoke it wrong.
Oh, right.
He won't admit this now, but that probably means that he never got high at that point either.
Yeah.
He used to say to like, what was it, to, suck it in through your mouth, and then once you put it in, breathe in through your nose and blow it out. Exactly, that doesn't work.
No, it
doesn't work.
No.
I know this now.
Yeah.
I didn't know that then. I was dumb. And before school, and I was like, my other mate that I don't really chill with now, with my chav mate, he was like, do you want to get high before school? I was like, oh yeah, secondary school.
Yeah.
So why not?
I've done that
Why not?
before.
I've done it a few times.
Rad.
Nothing, man. It's minor.
Yeah.
And then I started doing it. He was like, what are you doing? I was like, what do you mean? He was like, what are you smoking it like that for? He's like, you're letting it all go out.
Yeah.
He's like, stop wasting it. I was like, what do you mean? And then he taught me how to smoke it, like
Yeah.
through a straw almost. He's how he was
Oh,
trying to
God,
keep
yeah.
breathing.
Yeah.
And then I was absolutely fine for the first hour, the first lesson school.
Yeah.
Didn't feel a thing.
Yeah.
And then I got up to go to my next lesson, and all I remember is looking down the desk, and as I stood up, looking at the desk, I stood up, but the desk stayed at the same distance.
So your head was just staying near the desk.
No, like I got up, my head got up, but my vision, it didn't change.
Oh wow!
So from then,
So you had
I was
lag in reality.
I was suddenly extremely high. I was going to the next lesson, and everybody knew as well because he didn't keep it quiet.
Yeah.
The next lesson, that was fine. I remember that it was just like very much. I was just like all dead and that, but in like the corridor in between, apparently I was like standing there talking to people, and they were like, "What are you swaying?" I'm not. And apparently I was swaying everywhere. And then it came to the third lesson though, and then we had a double science with probably the strictest teacher in the school,
Oh shit.
who was the vice head, you know.
Yeah.
And then he clocked it straight away.
Yeah, of course.
And he was like, "You okay, Karl?" Like, yeah, I'm alright.
I'm fine.
And then the kid asked me, I was like, I am feeling a bit shit because I was getting paranoid at this point. I knew, like that he knew.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Okay, come on, and I'll take you down to the nurses." And he just let me sit at the nurses the whole time for like hours. And then he got to lunch, and he came up to me and he was like, "You feeling a bit better now? Do you want to head off to lunch?" And I was like, yeah. I was like, "Oh, then I bet you got the munchies, ain't you?" It didn't do me. It didn't drop me in it at all.
Yeah.
Didn't tell. Like, he liked me because he always said I was smart. So
Yeah.
I was very lucky. He didn't drop me in it at all. Didn't do anything.
I can't fucking believe that.
I was so lucky.
Jesus.
But it was just such a fun story, though. Yeah. I don't know why I haven't told that on stage.
No.
Because that's got an ending.
Yeah,
an
it's a good
ending
one.
as well.
Yeah.
These are things I never think about these things.
No. You need to.
But I don't know if I've quit in any elaborate way, though. That's one thing. I don't think I've done that. I got fired plenty of times.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever quit, because the issue is, in England, little hack for anyone, if you quit your job, you can't go on to universal credit.
No, you can't.
No, for like at least 6 months or something.
Yeah. Whilst if you get fired, you're allowed.
Or just don't go back to your job, and then they have to fire you.
Yeah, that's another way.
It's the easiest way to do it.
Yeah.
Like, just don't go back.
This is actually part of what I was talking about as well. This isn't just about people quitting. This is about a grander thing. Ever since about 2022, there was something called the Great Resigning in America.
Called when? When, sorry?
2022.
Oh, that makes sense. COVID.
At the end of COVID.
Yeah.
And like loads of people were quitting their jobs all over the place.
The furlough or whatever they had over there run out.
But it's not really stopped all that much. There are still people quitting jobs in droves.
I have heard that this is a big thing in America. I think it's still a big thing here
It's
as
a big
well.
thing here as well, yeah. And like
people learned that it's not that having a job and money during the pandemic. We learned that going and being at a job isn't the most important thing in the world. Our family is probably the most important of the people we're around.
Yeah, and also we got into things that they got into doing things that they wanted to always do that they never had an opportunity because they were always so busy.
And some people got lazy too.
Yeah, some people got lazy.
And maybe that was the opportunity they wanted to do.
That's Maybe that is their opportunity.
Man, to be honest,
Maybe that's their dream.
before the pandemic, I kind of felt like I needed like a space from so many people.
Yeah.
So it was, for me, perfect timing.
I loved it.
Yeah, I kind of miss the pandemic.
I do.
Yeah. No,
I got so much
miss
done.
social distancing.
I got so much done.
I just don't like people near me.
Yeah.
It bothers me.
Yeah.
This is about as near as I can go.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Yeah.
There's another person on this couch, it would bother me so much.
Yeah, because then you're like, oh,
So
where do I put
much.
myself? Where do I put
Yeah.
my face? Where do I put this?
I mean, maybe if it was like Dom or something, I could get over it then, but it would still bother me.
Yeah.
And he's bigger as well, so it would be like even more space taken up. So it bother me more, actually. Yeah, good point. Yeah, don't sit by us, Dom.
Here's another thing. I'm quitting, and when I come back up to get my check, it better fucking all be there because I've been keeping track of my hours this time. You fuck me on my hours, you tell me, oh, well, we had to deduct this, we had to deduct that. I swear to fucking God, dude. Fuck with me. You've already lopped my hours in half. I got 3 kids, a fucking...
One thing you shouldn't do, though, if you're going to record yourself quitting and talking to your boss and that, is in the middle of it, threaten him
Yeah, you shouldn't do that.
publicly on Facebook.
Yeah, you see, this is the other thing as well. I want people to.
Not a good idea.
We need to equate these to what is
Yeah.
a good way to
Yeah,
do
yeah, yeah.
this, and what's a bad way to do
This
this.
was great all up
This
until
is
that
up
part.
until that part.
Yeah.
That it was great. It's the minute he goes that fucking step far,
Yeah.
and it's like, yeah, no, you can't really do that. You can't really do that, and you've turned yourself from the victim in this
Yeah.
into part of the problem.
That's what I think has just happened in the last episode I watched of that Baby Reindeer that's on
Yeah.
Netflix right now about a comedian who, I know you know, about a comedian who gets a stalker basically and
Yeah.
is kind of into it
Yeah,
and then he goes too far.
yeah,
He's like pretty much, he went after his girlfriend and he like shouted in front of everyone, basically fully threatened her life, you know.
yeah.
And it was like fully justified, we know that.
Yeah,
But
but no one else.
No one else there knows
Yeah.
that. And they to be fair, didn't say anything to him at the time
Yeah.
because she did attack his girlfriend, so they understand and do his justification there. Sorry.
Yeah.
But it might have, if something happens to her now, it might be a bit.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's going that way.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Good for him, man.
Yeah.
Highly rated.
Dog, house, I got bills out the yin-yang. And, oh, we'll give you this, we'll give you that. Motherfucker, you need to quit going back on your goddamn word is what you need to do. So, all this stuff that needs to, finish getting done, you got a prep list a mile long. I suggest you hurry up and get the fuck here because I'm leaving. Fuck with me.
Oh, see, I was on Facebook Live. So
Yeah.
Yeah. What was that? See the Piers Morgan thing on the. Don't click on it, but just don't go over it. Go up it. See the woman.
Crackhead Barney.
What is that? Do you know what that is?
Oh, I think it's a
You don't need to go on it. Oh, I see Crackhead Barney. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll watch that later.
Crackhead Barney is a person who recently went up to fucking what's his face, Alec Baldwin, and was like, "Hey, you killed someone. How you know? No jail time. You killed someone." Like that, and like over and over again, until he flipped her phone out of her hand and then said that he assaulted her and stuff. And it's like, oh dear.
I didn't know about that. Was that recent?
Yeah, that's
or?
recent. That's
Oh,
real
well.
recent. Yeah.
Did you know that the armourer from Nath went to jail?
Oh yeah. Well, technically, that's the
Down now.
person who should go to jail.
Yeah,
in that
that is.
situation.
Yeah. I'm not, no.
The
issue
armourer
against this.
is the person who
Mhm.
is in control of the guns on the set.
I don't understand why there's any fucking live rounds or live.
There shouldn't
like
be
that
anywhere
on
near.
set.
That's it. The armourer shouldn't have had those rounds anywhere near
Yeah.
the fucking building.
There's literally no reason. If you can
Literally none.
I cannot think of a single reason why that should have been there.
And the armourer should have control of the weapons at all times, unless
Mhm.
it is in use by an actor in a scene.
Yeah. That
So
was
it's not like
18
Alec Baldwin
months
should
at
be.
all.
What?
18 months, that's all she
Yeah, I
got.
know.
Wow.
Yeah.
Manslaughter.
Yeah,
Oh, maybe it wasn't technically manslaughter in this.
yeah.
Wow. Sorry, go on.
But yeah, it's fucking, that is their job. Their job is to make sure that gun does not shoot someone.
yeah.
That is literally the whole point of them being there.
And it should be pretty easy if there's not a fucking bullet anywhere nearby.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be a hard
It should
thing.
not be a live round anywhere near
I
it.
don't even understand nowadays why they even need to use real guns full stop.
Yeah.
Like, just why are they not just using, like, guns that have no firing mechanism in them at all?
I mean, for the most part, they do now. because it's
Because of that. I
yeah,
think,
and
isn't
also
it?
it also
And
saves a
literally-
shitload of on insurance because
Yeah.
accidents like that happen.
I think literally though that kind of changed a lot of it.
Yeah.
From what I remember seeing, I'm sure there's probably a lot that were smart.
Yeah,
not to.
they've started doing it a lot more because like everyone's more hyper aware.
Should make it a fucking law, realistically.
Yeah.
I mean, and to be fair though, I guess it's just the general public aren't worried about the safety of actors more than anyone else.
yeah.
Like they're not at the forefront of people's safety.
No,
I can understand that.
Yeah, there's other people
Yeah.
that were worried about being safe first.
I suppose that
Yeah.
should be able to look after themselves.
Yeah.
Instead, they're shooting each other.
Right, now this one is not a way I would suggest doing it.
Okay.
Alright, well here it is, man. This is the thing, I'm gonna go freak out of my office and get fired.
This is crazy.
Washington State Patrol.
This is just... You can tell by the look of this guy as well, though.
It did, yeah, just seeing the face straight away.
He's got the vibe.
Hey man, tell a person to fuck off. Fuck that person.
Oh, is he just going around his place?
Yeah, they've got their
Fuck
headphones
that
on.
person.
They've got their headsets on.
Alright, well here it is,
Yeah.
man.
And he's literally going up
It's
to
a call
each one of
centre.
them
Go
saying,
freak out of my
fuck
office
that
and get
person.
fired.
The fucking call centre. This is like,
Where, yeah, this is your...
yeah, man. This feels like,
Something you could have done.
yeah.
Hey man, tell a person to fuck off. Fuck that person.
Oh, he's actually talking to the people through the headset as well.
Fuck that person. Fuck that person. Fuck this person too.
Oh wow. The
You're
manager
not
ain't gonna
talking
know
to
what to do.
anybody. Fuck who you're talking to. Fuck who you're talking to. Fuck who this guy's talking to too. I don't give a fuck. Fuck it. Hey, man,
Still not
fuck
being
who
that
you're
loud. You do
talking
give a bit of a fuck.
to. I told you, this is it. Yeah, I'm serious. Yeah, fuck who you're talking to.
He looks like a manager. Manager's always at the end of the fucking
Yeah.
cubicles as well. Keep everybody in their fucking pen.
Yeah. Fuck all that shit.
So I talk like that. And I was,
So
getting,
that's
I was getting
prob-
flashbacks, man, through that.
Yeah, that's probably not the way to do it, but...
That's not the worst way. To be fair. Like, I, maybe I'm a bit biased. I don't know.
yeah.
But I don't know. It seemed justified.
Seemed justified.
Seemed justified
You've
to
been
me.
through that environment for a little...
I can just
yeah,
imagine it. I
yeah.
saw that manager standing at the end with that big tie on. See that
Yeah.
little guy with the big thick tie?
Yeah,
That's a
yeah.
little man syndrome
Yeah,
manager, that
that
is.
is, yeah.
He's a dick, I bet you.
Yeah.
I had a manager who was a full-on sex pest.
Oh, really?
I think I told you about it. We were what do they call them now? Eskimo brothers.
Oh,
Me
yeah.
and him.
Yeah.
We banged the
yeah.
same hot girl in the office. The
Yeah.
difference is that she was a couple of years younger than me, and he is about 25 years older than me.
Yeah, that's creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's creepy.
I mean, for her, it was like one of them tick off the list kind of thing. I mean, this was like 10 years ago as well, to make it another point to it.
Yeah. 'Cause
Or like
you would
a
never
good
be able
6
to get
years
away
ago.
with that shit now.
I don't know. I think he's still doing it. I think he's still there.
Oh, dear.
His boss, the boss person in the whole floor, is like his best friend.
Oh, right, so yeah, he's in.
And a woman as well, so it makes it even more
right,
of a
so
thing.
yeah, because they can then vouch for them but he would never hurt a fly.
Yeah. And to be honest, I don't know if he would. He is a nice guy. He's got a family and stuff.
Yeah, but still, sex pesty.
Yeah, he's sex pesty. Exactly. he is a sex pesty. I do think he's a nice guy. I don't think he'd actually like do anything to anyone.
But still.
But he's a sex
Sex
pest.
pest,
Yeah. 100%.
Now, this one is a different way of doing it. I feel this one has less balls.
Okay.
I feel it has less balls, but somehow more balls.
Okay.
All right, about to quit my job at Sears in the most creative way I've ever quit a job. I've only ever quit a job in the sense that I was
Creative, though.
moving.
If it's more creative, then I
or
can
found another
get behind
job.
that.
Yeah.
But working here at Sears,
See it.
I just got treated like shit all the time.
Oh, it's
and in
5
this
minutes
case,
long.
I have found
I've got a.
Yeah.
Sears managers, Kevin, Don, and Zachary. I quit. I'm done. I just can't take it anymore. Your lack of hours and pay are making me poor.
Oh, he's on speakerphone.
I'm
Yeah.
about to walk right out that door, but not before I hear you all over the floor. That's right. That's me, Ryan.
He's written it out.
Signing off for
Good
Sears.
man.
I'm gone. Peace out, y'all.
Oh, he didn't even. That was very reserved. He didn't even drop a bitches in there.
Yeah.
He's a better person than me.
Yeah.
At the end, as you've seen from other things, I can't help but drop a bitch in there. Bitches. Well, he's got like adrenaline, ain't he, for me?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he's got to walk through now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Got own it, man. Own it.
Yeah,
I can take this off.
you're done.
I'm done.
Own it, man. Own that shit.
Thank you.
Oh, I feel for him. I think he's like.
I think
Feeling
he
it a bit,
feels
isn't
so
he?
good.
I think he's like a bit like, bit like taken aback from it as well.
Yeah.
The adrenaline surge, anything, you know. Oh, I should enjoy it more, man. Swinging his bowls around. Oh, now he's getting into it. Like he's
Oh, I
walking
might
around.
quit. I'm done. Did you just hear that?
Leave the store.
All right.
You what, dick? Look at
You're
him.
not welcome in Sears anymore.
Dang it.
There you go. Now he's come. Now he's there.
That's okay.
Peace out, bitches.
I mean, what can you expect with 0 and 4 hours? I mean, I worked 8 hours the last month. How do you expect me to pay bills with working 8
Oh,
hours? in a
0
month?
contracts. 4 hour
What
contracts.
is that? Honestly.
Like expressively
I'm quitting,
doing it,
but
like
with-
for the camera. I like it.
Are you recording this?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Come on.
And he didn't tell him he couldn't.
This is
Unprofessional.
Yeah.
Yeah, no
maybe
shit,
a little
Sherlock.
bit, but
You could argue it's unprofessional to give somebody a 0 hour contract.
Yeah.
Personally.
Yeah.
Maybe not professional, unethical.
It's
I'd rather
it is
be
unethical.
unprofessional than unethical.
Yeah. You can't just have someone as like the spare.
Yeah.
It's not fair to them.
Did you hear that in America as well, they've just abolished the whole non-compete clauses in contracts? You can't have them now.
What's a non-compete?
So wrestlers have it too, but a lot of jobs do apparently.
Oh, ones where you can't go to a direct competitor afterwards.
Yeah. Because the argument is basically, you know, like that's transferable skills. Obviously, you would go straight to the competitor because it's the same thing you were
but
doing.
like that's
That's more likely where you'd go because you've got those skills.
yeah.
So,
Yeah.
which is wrestlers have that. They normally have like a 90-day no compete.
No, fucking hell.
Yeah. I mean, they get paid enough though, so you know, the money don't matter. But
They'll be alright, but
they'll be alright. We need to rest their bodies.
in a prankster way that I am, I gotta. Did
I
you
suppose
not
they're
hear
trying to
everyone
entice people
laugh?
back into work, aren't they now?
Everyone got a kick out of that.
Because that's
even
what it
Hunter.
is.
yeah.
Trying to entice people back into work now.
Yeah.
Oh, did you laugh, Hunter?
Come
Oh,
on.
I didn't laugh.
You don't want to get fired. It's okay. Even you got a liver kick out of it. You're just, I mean, I feel it. I mean, I understand.
Oh, he's loving it now,
But I
isn't he?
mean, come on. Like, honestly, my schedule for this week was 4 hours.
Wow.
Today, 4:30 to 8:30.
Your hours
That's
are
$40 a week.
Your-
That's $40 in 2 weeks. Sorry.
Your hours
$40
are
in
based
2 weeks.
Wow.
on your performance.
Okay, my
Yeah.
performance here is amazing.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I'm like one of the best employees any employer can look for. You can ask the employer who
That's
just sought
such a
me out
silly
to
thing.
hire me.
Based on your, but you've probably always had that kind of like amount, you know.
Yeah.
And it's like, why would an employee ever be a good employee for you if you're going to pay him piss amounts?
Well, exactly.
Why would you get? Why would anyone be?
This is part of it as well. It's like
Yeah.
there's so many jobs out there that are just not giving people raises at a reasonable amount that people are like, well, why the fuck should I stick around?
Yeah.
Why should I do that?
Like at least like a minimal amount as well. I'm not so much about like the raises every year like people are always moaning about. As long as you should have a good amount to begin with.
Yeah.
You shouldn't need to have raises each
Yeah,
time,
no,
'cause it
you
should
should
be a
just
good
be
amount
able to live
begin
off
with.
of it. Yeah.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
like if you've got a full-time job, you should be living comfortably.
Yeah.
Whatever that job is.
Yeah.
If you're doing full-time hours, you should be comfortable. Well, obviously, you know, comfortable is different for everyone, I guess, so the issue.
This one's a bit more interesting.
Reporter who quit on live TV from... Wow! I won't spoil the ending there by reading the rest of that.
Yeah.
Remember this epic
Oh, I
exit?
remember
Yeah.
her.
This job. Well, not that I have a choice, but it, I quit.
Alaska
Nice.
News
I like
reporter
it. I remember her.
Charlotte Green's quitting video was seen by millions after she publicly announced she was leaving her job at KTVA to fight for the legalization of marijuana. Green won her
Yeah, she
battle.
fucking
In
did.
2014, Alaska voted to legalize recreational marijuana use for adults over the age
Oh,
of
Alaska, I thought it
21.
was Canada.
But her latest videos sound more like this.
I am currently on trial for creating the Alaska Cannabis Club. I'm on bail right now.
She's reporting.
What did she say she did?
She created the Alaska Cannabis Club.
So, right.
reportedly facing prison time for misconduct involving a controlled substance because she didn't have the proper certifications to sell marijuana out of the Alaska Cannabis Club. Green owns the club, which allegedly allowed people to make donations in exchange for cannabis. She faces more than 50 years in prison if convicted on all of the charges against her.
What a fucking...
Why wouldn't you just get the license?
What do you mean?
If it's now legal to sell in Alaska, why wouldn't you just go through the process to get the license so that you don't have to tell?
Is this now though? Or is this in the past that they're talking about?
No, this happened 7 years ago.
No, but I mean now. I mean like what they're talking about.
Oh, they're talking about now.
Did it happen before the legalization? Though?
She hasn't got permits to actually sell it, despite the fact that there is a way to get permits to sell it. Instead, she created a club that took donations in terms of weed rather than payments in terms of weed.
That definitely wasn't before the legalization, though.
Yeah, no, I don't think so.
That was after,
yeah.
It was after, then, she's just dumb. She didn't want to pay for something, did she?
Just fucking pay for the fucking documentation.
I mean, probably shouldn't have quit her job then, maybe. She didn't have the money to pay for it, I guess.
Yeah.
This is probably quite a bit after.
Yeah.
So, that's a shame. That's a bad ending to that story. I liked her.
Yeah. Started off really cool.
But I mean, I would not be surprised if there's some bullshit legalities around it all.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They try to like fuck around as much as they can in it.
Yeah, especially with something new like that, where there's people who still don't want it around, and they'll use any fucking law they can to take it down. And
especially if you've got for all we know, she could be quite active, like advocate of it, and they just want to shut her up.
Yeah.
Hoping to get it like, I don't know, voted back against or some shit.
Yeah. Now this one. I'm not sure what I feel about this one. This song's not. It's
not a good song.
Yeah, well, you see what you think.
Well, hold on. I mean, just so this is in Starbucks for the listening people.
Yeah.
Dear manager, I've been working here for so long. I've got something that I want to tell you, so I thought I would say it in a song.
I like it so far.
Fuck this
That's great.
I found a way better job.
This is the best one.
I didn't actually watch this far in. I wanted to treat myself to sort of
But fuck it, I'm not gonna show up to them anyways. And it feels so good to say, fuck this, I quit. Fuck this place, I quit. I'm gonna miss my coworkers, my lovely customers, but you can take that time that you tried to get the company to fire me for something you told me to do, or that time when I said I wanted to work towards a promotion, but you laughed in my face and said I'm never getting a promotion, and shove it up your large bumhole, venti bumhole, 'cause I fucking quit.
I want to hear an applause. There we go. There we go. That's what I wanted. That's what I wanted. Good man. That was the best one yet.
That was really good. Well done, Anesty Daniels.
Anesty Daniels, you are.
Yeah.
I hope that was his original video.
It must have been.
No, it must have been.
I mean,
What are you
that's got
talking
nearly
about?
1 million views as well. That's pretty good.
Click on more though.
Let's see what the rest of
go
this
on.
shit is.
See what comedy and music. I mean, it looks like the person. That's them. Yeah, that's them.
5 months ago, 3 months ago. He's still doing stuff.
It's not good though. He quit his job, and if you look one of his videos recently, I'm so bored.
Oh yeah.
Oh, but that was 4 years ago. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah. I should have a look. Actually, no, I shouldn't have a look at some of these things actually, because I want to start doing more music myself. So.
Yeah. There we go. Well done.
Yeah. I want to start doing more actual songs like that. Like I was saying earlier, with the one I've done.
Yeah. Because I do want to do some more music-y stuff myself.
Fun, man. Oh, I was trying to find Beat My Dick to show someone the other day, and I couldn't find it.
It should be on Spotify.
I thought that, and I looked, and it wasn't.
That's annoying.
Yeah, I looked for Beat My Dick, and I looked for Dead Man Dancing. Actually, now I'm questioning whether I actually searched for Beat My Dick on there. No, I swear I did. I would have done
I'm going to do a search.
have a little quick search, because I was looking for it, and I thought it was weird that I couldn't find it. Maybe I was doing something weird and wrong. I don't know. I am a dum-dum. We all know this. Easily make little mistakes out of nowhere. Happens a lot.
Yeah, there it is. Be my dick.
God knows. Okay. Let's have a little blast.
It's not playing.
There you go. Oh. Yeah. Tell him, Nath. I like that, man. One day there'll be the Squishy Logic rap special.
Oh yeah.
Calibration. Fuck, what's the word now? Not calibration, obviously.
We-
Collaboration.
We're gonna definitely have an album drop at some point, and have to have an album premiere.
An EP. Let's be realistic here.
Yeah,
An EP.
an EP.
Like 5 songs. Come on.
All
Be
right.
realistic, man.
We can work up to the album.
Work up to the album. Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be generally fun to do.
Yeah.
Just try and get the hippie man in at some point. Like, I don't know, he does bass and you do bass, so that wouldn't work actually.
It's alright. I've got a friend who does guitar as well.
Oh, that's the one thing we need.
Yeah.
If we would do it properly,
And I
like,
wanna
that'd
do-
definitely be the album
I'd-
level anyway.
I'd be more than happy to just
Yeah.
focus on mostly singing at this point.
Yeah.
You know.
Ah, okay. Well, then we can maybe get Dom too.
Yeah.
I'd want to do some singing as well.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
We'd have to be for the squishy thing. We'd have to be the vocalist.
Yeah.
To say it's the only way it would
That's
work.
the whole point.
That's the whole point.
That's
Yeah,
the whole
what we're on
point.
about.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I got a new song that I've been working on actually. I'll see how it goes. I want to make it funny because I want everything that I do to have some kind of funny.
Well,
to it.
same, yeah. I've only done, in regards to like a fully original songs.
Yeah.
Like covers, I've done like as in actual songs, but I've only done raps as in like full on originals.
Yeah.
So maybe I should do a proper original song. That might be
Yeah,
interesting.
that's not a bad shout.
Like as in for my own ones, like when I'm on like stage and that.
Yeah.
So I'm planning to get back into that soon.
Yeah.
I'm questioning like doing a little actual like. Well, I'll show you before like a little post if I keep not being able to get gigs, just to make a point to the people. I'll show you after, just to explain a little bit of it.
Yeah.
Just to
Yeah.
be like, I acknowledge I didn't handle it all in the best way as well, just so everybody knows.
Yeah.
I'm not going to apologise to them, but apologise to anybody else if you think there was anything towards you as well. Or anyone, you know. And also explain like, you know, the whole like I used to get bullied and that, so hence why I'm very like I suddenly had made that decision at one point. I think I told you before about like I'm not letting anyone push me around again.
Yeah.
So now I like proper like just react. I overreact sometimes.
Yeah.
But they were dicks there as well, so
Yeah.
they really are in my opinion bullies. all of them.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah.
Right. This is another way to quit.
All right. For the hazard today, this fucking pen don't fucking work.
Here's this little construction man, definitely. Looks like a good tattoo on the back of the head there. All weird balding.
Squad, Big Jim, David.
I thought it was one of these guys.
Tommy, Little Ray Ray.
All right.
Dirtbag motherfucker.
Hey, for the hazard for today, we got these motherfucking nuts. Fuck you, you're cool, fuck you, you're cool, there's my fucking bag. Here's a good can to go fuck yourself, I'm out.
That's it. You
What a man.
Go. Appreciate it. That's pretty
I
good.
love shaking hands.
All right. Yes, sir. Go.
Still shaking everyone's hand, even the people that he said were dicks to be fair, though, you know. To be fair, for a builder, that's probably the most professional way
That's the
about
most
it.
professional way a builder has ever quit.
Yeah. Say fuck you to the people who doesn't like, but they shook their hand afterwards.
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
That's fair to me.
That's a nice thing to do.
I don't see if Harvey ever quitting his job, but he's probably one person who should have done.
Yeah.
I don't know if he got brought back to the what was it again? The Miss Universe or Miss America, one of them.
Yeah.
Probably I don't know which one it was. Probably Miss America.
Yeah.
I don't know. Could be Miss Universe though.
Could be.
Yeah, America thinks they are the universe, after all.
Yeah.
They think they are the centre of the little universe.
That is true.
They have the World Series and it's literally just American
It's literally
teams.
the only people who play it are Americans because no one else plays baseball because it's rounders.
Do you know they're honestly talking about...
It's rounders on steroids.
Yeah.
Literally.
You know they're on... Oh, I'll tell you something about steroids in a sec.
Yeah.
You know they're literally on about in American football taking out the kickers.
Yeah.
The only part that makes it football.
That makes it able to sort of move forward in any quick way.
And literally the only time you kick a ball.
Yeah.
It's football.
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
So dumb.
I don't. Yeah, the Americans are a unique breed.
You think they are, though? I learned something about us.
What?
The UK.
Yeah.
I should have done this in a way, but it's obvious what the answer is now. If I say, guess what the only country is that where it's legal to take steroids?
Oh yeah, it's here.
Yeah. Anabolic steroids are just legal.
Yeah.
Legal to buy, legal to have, legal to put in you, illegal to sell.
Yes.
So you can have them.
Yeah.
But you can't obtain them legally.
You just have to get them out of the ether.
Yeah.
You have to alchemically create your own steroids, and that's fine.
So dumb.
Or steal them from the NHS. That's fine as well.
Yeah, that's the thing. There's so many like benefits of steroids. I imagine it has to be something to do with the medical stuff, which is why they're legal.
There's a lot of downsides to steroids as well.
There is as well, but also you can use them in a smart way if you are a bodybuilder.
You can.
And that.
Like when steroids first came into use in bodybuilding, there's a bit in Arnold Schwarzenegger's autobiography where he talks about it. They were only taking a very small amount of steroids.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you take anabolic steroids to an amount which literally you can feel like it gives you a bit of a bonus, but it's not that much. And a lot of the
you
extra
don't base
weight
it all on
on
that.
is water weight in your muscles. It's not actual muscle.
Yeah, he doesn't. I know that it doesn't actually make you strong.
Yeah. It just makes you look stronger. It builds your muscles out a bit more by adding stuff to it.
Isn't it one thing they talk about? Is one thing it can do is help you get in a zone and like get the energy to do more.
It can definitely allow you to do more.
Yeah.
And that means that you can use steroids to allow you to work out stronger, to get to the point where you can then continue. And like that, when they were doing it at the start, as I say, it was very small amounts. But people take steroids now in ridiculously high amounts.
Yeah.
To the point where you get a lot of serious issues that start to show themselves.
I was watching this guy doing he was going around all the British people, because the American guy did in America, nobody wanted to talk about it, but he did it over here, and people were a lot more open to talk to him about it because it is legal to do it.
Yeah.
He even had like an actual dealer talk to him in the end, like he hid his identity in that.
Yeah.
I had a question with how much of a dealer he was personally.
Yeah,
I think it would just stay Ireland with his friends and that, you know.
Yeah. I happen to get it from someone, and I am a bodybuilder, and there's a lot of other bodybuilders around me who want steroids.
Probably,
yeah. That's basically
it.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking hell. Hit my nose on the mic then. Yeah, like they were saying the same thing basically, and there was this one guy that was talking about it, like it should be, if it's legal, you know, there should be a lot more information around about it, because he had to have his nipples cut off.
Oh shit!
From it, yeah.
What? How?
Well, they can make like your boobs grow and your nipples grow. I know that.
Yeah.
And they showed a bit of the surgery, and I think what it was the nipples grew larger, and they had to cut them down. They didn't cut them off, but they cut them down. Can you imagine what I mean?
Oh yeah.
If the actual nipple grows out.
A bit of nipple out.
Yeah, a lot of nipple. They were long.
They
got like, if you imagine like.
No, Karl. I refuse to think about that. No.
What about that much?
No, Karl.
That length of nipple.
No.
Chop.
Oh. No, Karl.
Oh man, that gave me flashbacks. That did then, Jesus. Did you know about that?
What?
In my
the no Karl.
Yeah, in my friend group, man, the no Karl thing. There's literally a stone wall in Egypt, in the middle of the desert that's got a giant fuck hole spray painted on it. I didn't do it. I've never been in Egypt, so you can't say I did it.
Jesus.
But my mates did.
Yeah.
They also grabbed...
Just to spread the word
yeah.
internationally.
They also stole a shisha from a place in Egypt, in the deserty place.
Fuck.
Got chased off with it, and he spent ages in my room at the time.
Jesus.
It was called Shisha Keys. Straight from Egypt.
That's very good.
I didn't call it that. I actually met him. He was the one that did both of those things. Him and the one you haven't met. Hula.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, no, I shouldn't say that.
Yeah,
Shit, wait, hold on.
Whoa. Make a note of that.
Alright, what's this next one we're looking at then?
Right, yeah, let's get on to a different subject. This is Steve Harvey getting a barbershop quartet to help this man quit.
Oh, okay. I hope to God he asked him to.
Derek, Jake, everyone, I got an announcement to make, and I got my friends here to help me out.
Do we really think we can trust this?
Guys, hit it.
I hope this is legit.
Quitting this job
today.
I'm leaving, even though I like it here. Wanna start a new career, gonna make it to the top and start my coffee shop. I am moving on, got to go.
Again, like,
Well,
it does feel like this is very, very TV clean.
I don't feel like this is probably completely real.
Yeah.
Because think about how they would need to set that up, and then the venue would have to be okay with this being put on as well.
Yeah.
Unless they signed it first, I guess. They would have signed it first. Okay, you can get around that.
Do you want to be on the Steve Harvey show? Of course I fucking do.
Yeah, they would have signed it, but they would have got the release beforehand. But it's the reactions I'm looking for now afterwards. How it goes down after. See, the crowd wouldn't know. The people in the coffee shop,
No,
they're
they
the ones.
definitely wouldn't know,
They're the ones it's for. There's all these different shots of them. But at the same time, it kind of makes your coffee shop look bad, though, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Somebody wants to quit that badly. What are they clapping? Why would you clap the guy?
Do they even know him? Like, that's the thing.
Yeah.
If they just walked into this place and just gone like, well...
Can we pretend to quit here?
Yeah, they'll be like, we've never seen this motherfucker before, but this is weird. So it's the same looking face reaction, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They could have dropped in like at least like this company is really nice, but I'm still gone.
Yeah.
Something like that, to put the company over.
Yeah, the other one had I fucking quit. That one was
oh yeah, he went the
that
opposite
one was
way.
serious. That one was a good one.
You could tell that. I'm surprised that somebody didn't come and try and like move him or stop the guitar or something.
Yeah.
Like, it's very easy to stop sound on a guitar for anyone who doesn't know.
Yeah, you just literally grab that neck.
You touch the string.
Yeah.
That's all you gotta do.
Right. Yeah, this one's a different one.
Joey quits.
Providence
Oh, I
Renaissance.
thought we was gonna go
for
French.
3.5 years. They treat us like shit here, and I'm going to go in and quit right now with the help of my bandmates in the What Cheer Brigade.
It's Las Vegas. I feel like I was seeing things around me. It's Las Vegas.
Through the employee entrance.
It probably is.
I don't know. I don't see any homeless people, probably not. I was watching a thing about all like the people in the tunnels in Vegas and that, man. It's fucked up.
Oh, yeah.
And they just get like flooded out randomly as well whenever they turn the floodgates on.
Ew.
Which is, but it's so hot there though. And if you lose your ID, you're fucked, in Vegas.
Yeah.
Lose your ID, you're homeless.
Fuck.
You can't get out. You can't do anything there. There's a
'cause you
program.
can't get on anything to go anywhere, because... Yeah.
There's a program to get them apparently, but these people didn't seem to be aware of it. They'd been there for years, so how easy it is, like they were saying it was.
Yeah.
You ever heard of Predator Park?
No.
It's another thing I learned about this community of sex offenders in America. There's like 140 sex offenders living in this like little village.
Is that
11 minutes walk from a nursery?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
That don't even lock their doors.
Fucking hell! What?
It was like a 2-minute drive from a school, and he went to the school to talk to the parents how they felt about it, and they didn't even know.
Fucking hell!
Yeah,
Just a whole like town's worth of fucking pedos.
140.
Shit.
Trailer park of them all.
Shit the fuck up. That's horrible.
Yeah. And like a lot of people say that they talk to you, like, they got to go somewhere. Yes, they've got to go somewhere, like some kind of rehab. They're not all ones, that have molested, for example.
Yeah.
Like ones that have, well, some of them, they were saying like, oh, I had a piss out, and, like, and turned around and there was people there. It's like, yeah, I'm sure there wasn't that.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
But,
still though.
Yeah, they're there and that, and it's fucked up.
Yeah.
This Tyler Oliveira was someone that I watched go and do it, and in the end he was like just berating them around the village, walking around, just insulting the fuck out of them all. They're like, in the end they got the police down on him.
Yeah.
And he was almost getting detained, and then another one came, was sort of like just laughing about it in one of his YouTube video and everything.
Jesus.
Fucked up, man. Anyway, yeah. Joey needs to quit.
Yeah.
He snuck these people in, hasn't he, somewhere?
A lot of people in.
Oh, somebody coming. Now they're gonna gotta do it. Oh no. There's a businessy person coming. He looks businessy.
Jared, I'm here to tell you that I'm quitting.
Oh, that's still there. I mean, it's just an accident. I like it. That was a great song for it as well. That must have been so loud in that fucking building.
Yeah. Oh dear.
That was great. I still prefer the singing in the coffee shop one.
Yeah.
But that was a that was a high second.
Yeah.
That was a high thing. And if they'd have surprised him properly when they were sitting at their desks, it might have beat it. I don't know.
That would have been the best if you'd done like a loop around the office.
Yeah.
That would have been the best. Now this one's interesting. So what you like about Jordon Peterson?
I'm a fan. I
Yeah,
think.
there's some people who will instantly sort of get rid of all of the things with him because of his association with certain people. Yeah, it's like,
and because he was trans views.
Yeah, and his trans views and things like that. But
and there was the whole thing. People still think he had something to do with the Proud Boys or something.
Oh yeah. But the fact is, there's some fucking.
He's
wisdom.
over fucking emotional. I'll say that.
Yeah,
but
he's got some wisdom to be said. So This is when you're thinking about quitting a job, try and look at it in this way.
Always take into account the cost of what you're doing now, right? Because what people tend to think is, well, whatever I'm doing now is risk-free, and here's a bunch of options.
My opinion.
It's like, no, whatever you're doing right now has all sorts of risks. You're just blind to them because you've habituated to them. They've become invisible. So you can't wait around to make things better on the assumption that what you're doing already is without.
So.
How did these connect now?
So these are the different options of what he could do. So he could go in.
If he changed
take
jobs.
the risk of changing jobs to become a doctor.
Okay.
Which in itself has its own risks of becoming ill or these kinds of things.
Fire.
Same, yeah.
And he has risks in his current job now. So it's risk.
Risk is
assessment.
everywhere. Yeah, it's a risk assessment, and that's the thing. Is like this is what people in big business do all the time, but for some reason people don't do it with their lives when it comes to their own business.
Yeah.
What is your risk versus reward?
Yeah.
Is the reward that you can potentially get for the risk significantly better than the risk is going to be bad? Like, so what's your barrier on that?
Mm-hmm.
Do you quit your job because you've got something else that you think you are better at and that you feel like you should be doing?
Mm-hmm.
personally, I think if I am going to quit my job, that's going to be the reason why.
Well, well, you wouldn't just you shouldn't just quit it for do nothing.
Exactly, that's it.
Yeah, I guess that's the point.
This is the thing. It's like there's quitting and then there's quitting. There's quitting jobs that are for someone else and working for yourself, and then there's just quitting because you can't be fucked.
Yeah.
And I
but
think
at the same time, though, the quitting because you can't be fucked, you might not realise could just come from the fact that you're just,
you're burnt out.
Not even burnt. You just don't care about this job.
Yeah.
You need.
There could be a job that you prefer.
You may not understand what it's even like to really have a job. I'm saying you mean anyone.
No, yeah.
What it's like to have a job of something that you love. I mean, I can't imagine it.
I can't imagine loving my job.
No. The little things I've done with getting paid in comedy and stuff, that's about as near as I've had, and that was lovely.
Yeah.
Like when I was doing the weekly gig, for example, and emceeing it, and getting 100 and something for it.
Yeah, that was pretty.
That was nice, man.
Yeah.
That kind of really felt like it then for that time.
Yeah, it's nice to feel like you're actually doing something.
Yeah, but then you learn as well the risks then of that, for example, it can go away very quickly.
Yeah. Just takes one bad night or...
Yeah, one too many people to complain about something.
Yeah, and that's it. Anyway.
Without risk. Well, just imagine for the sake of argument that you encounter one annoying thing a day at work, a small annoying thing. And then let's say, for the sake of argument, that you could have a little battle about that and improve it somewhat. Or you could just say it doesn't matter. It's probably doesn't matter today, or it might not even matter tomorrow, but if you make 1,000 decisions like that, which you will do over 3 years, then now you have 1,000 things bugging you at work. And if you wait for 5 years, then it's 2,000 things. And the same thing happens with your kids, and the same thing happens in your marriage. Those things accrue and they turn into a monster. Well, you should be afraid of taking risks and pursuing something meaningful. But you should be more afraid of staying where you are if it's making you miserable.
Nothing worth having comes easy.
Yeah, this is it.
I've said that phrase very much through my life.
Yeah.
It's very true, always.
You have to be willing to sacrifice something now to get something better later.
Definitely.
And I think, unfortunately, that's sort of where I am.
Yeah.
At this point, unsurprisingly, there's a reason why these videos are sort of prime in my mind at the moment.
Oh yeah, of course.
And I, as much as I appreciate the work and as much as I appreciate the time.
Well, that's the point, isn't it?
That's it. It's like there's other stuff that it's not even that I want to do. It's that I need to do. Because if I don't do it, then I am going to spend the rest of my life feeling miserable.
And you might know as well, if you're like me, for example, I tried to do the whole, keep the full-time job and do things.
And it doesn't work.
It was very hard to do. It didn't
Part-time,
work.
You can just about
part-time, yeah. Because I would argue that, part-time.
Yeah, 3 to 4 days a week, you can probably manage it and still do some of your own stuff. But 9 to 5, coming home, working 8:30 to fucking 5:30, which is my current shift. It's fucking 9 hours in a building.
Yeah, it's going to tie you out,
I can't do it.
First of all, it's going to tie you out. Even if you manage to get through the day, it's going to tie you out. By the time you get home, you're not going to want to do anything.
Yeah, you can't think. Your brain doesn't work.
And anyone listen to this is under 30. Up until literally 29, I was like, nah, you can do it if you really want to. If you got the energy, you can have the energy. Yeah. And I used to do, to be fair, full-time work in the bookies and stuff when I was a few years younger. And then I'd go gigging every night, doing a music gig.
Yeah.
I remember so many times leaving.
Yeah, but in your 20s, that's way easier.
Exactly. Once you hit 30, man, honestly,
you're fucking
tired.
Shattered. Yeah,
most days, man, if I'm doing a lot of stuff, I need a nap in a day.
Yeah.
It's a legitimate thing.
Time really does start to shoot by. We're talking about that because this year we're already in the 4th month and we're almost at the end of it.
Yeah.
It's mental how quickly this year has gone.
You know the theory behind that, don't you?
Yeah. It's literally because you perceive time as basically this one band of length, and the further you go on that time, the more the band doesn't expand. You just shove more stuff into that same band. So to you, time slowly seems smaller and smaller.
Yeah,
and smaller.
you're perceiving it as like if you've gone like 10 years, then a year like seems like 1/10 of that band.
Yeah.
But if you're like 40, then it's like
1/40th
of their band. Yeah.
So
In
that
how you
time
perceive it.
just sort of goes by in
Mhm.
that relative
Yeah.
speed.
Do I as a kid, a year seemed like fucking ages.
Remember when you were a kid and it was like, oh, it's going to be 6 weeks of summer holiday. 6
Forever.
weeks. Fucking hell.
Yeah.
This is never ending. This
Yeah.
is the best
Yeah.
thing that's ever happened.
I remember getting bored at one point and
Yeah.
being like, oh,
You're
look,
like,
we're
oh,
going back
when's
to
school
school.
going to start? This is
Yeah.
getting fucking stupid.
6 weeks now, man. That'd be nothing.
Yeah. 6 weeks would be disappeared in a blink of an eye.
Like I'd see it like like with the boys, for example. Like 6 weeks, it would just go so quick, and it would just be like, God, man, how are you? Oh, it's just crazy.
Yeah, it is mental.
It's like I almost got distracted then by the annoyance of my kid's mum being a dick again at the moment.
No.
I ain't seen him for months.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
Why
not
you
cool.
should be careful where you put your willy.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm. I mean, don't as well though, because then you get cool kids out of it anyway.
Yeah.
But you still got to be careful.
Yeah.
You don't want to feed the dragon. I don't know.
Feed the maw of the dragon, the gaping maw.
Oh, man, that dragon in fucking was it the Hobbit that talks?
Oh, Smaug, yeah.
So weird.
Yeah.
Who wants a talking? It's
You know,
supposed to
Benedict Cumberbatch literally got into a motion cap suit.
Why?
To move around as though he was the dragon, and they used that in the final.
No, they
thing.
used his face like on the dragon.
Yeah,
at least.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So if they actually use it, then fair enough. I guess they helped him get into character, maybe.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen
But
that?
it's weird.
Have you ever seen that short on Netflix? Benedict Cumberbatch. He's like sleeping in a bed. I think it might be a Roald Dahl short. I'm not sure.
Oh
Someone
yeah,
else.
yeah. It's based off of Roald Dahl's things, and it's done by what's his name, Wes Anderson.
Yeah, and it's got that Danny something, the guy who's Slumdog Millionaire as well, isn't it?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Danny something, I think.
Yeah, is it Danny Pudi?
I don't know. It sounds like
He's the guy who did Monkey.
It's either you either right or
No,
being
Danny
racist.
Pudi. Danny Pudi's the guy from fucking Community.
It kind of sounded like the kind of thing that
Danny-
people would just say, like to shout at like Asian people in my old areas.
Yeah, no.
When they shout like "Dynamite and putty on chips," like what does that even mean? It means your mum's pussy on chips. I don't think it does, man. I
doesn't.
really don't think it does.
I really don't think it does.
You know, are you sure you're not being a bit racist?
Yeah.
I mean, this is Maypole after all.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Right. Anyway, let's get back into this.
Yeah, I agree with this so
The thing
far.
you want to do is dispense with the idea that you get to have any permanent security outside of your ability to contend and adapt. It's like you're paying a price by sitting there being miserable. You might say, well, the devil I know is better than the one I don't. It's like, don't be so sure of that. The clock is ticking. If you're miserable in your job now and you change nothing, in 5 years you'll be much more miserable and you'll be a lot older.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not talking about what makes you happy. It's a luxury to pursue what makes you happy. It's a moral obligation to pursue what you find meaningful.
Now that's very, very important.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
what people forget about Jordon Peterson is that everything that he comes down to does come down to that ideal.
And
That
that's
it
why I
is your
agree with him so
moral
much, generally.
obligation to pursue what you find meaningful.
Yeah.
It's in a way it's an abstractist view of the world.
It is because it's certain people can see it in very wildly different ways.
Yeah.
So it could be dangerous even.
Yeah, and you know what? Also, is it abstractist or absurdist? No, it's absurdist. Do you know what an absurdist is what do you call it?
What you would define it as?
Yeah, what an absurdist is.
I don't, but I'm going to assume it would be somebody that sees the world in like a like in a way that's just overly optimistic, or in so overly something where it's just not real like that. It's not.
It's not quite what it seems like,
Nah.
because that's what it
Yeah.
sounds like. But what it actually is an absurdist believes that there is no real meaning to life. The only
Right.
meaning that you can bring to life is what you apply to it, and in fact that is kind of the point of life, is to find and apply your
Oh, okay. Well, in that case, I'm a complete absurdist.
It sounds great, doesn't it?
No, I mean, that's generally what I believe.
That's totally what I believe as well.
And that is not even religious to me, because I still don't know how I feel about, like, spiritually. Like,
because it's about meaning. It's about what does.
But meaning-wise, there is. I mean, I don't know how you can argue that, because there is no real meaning.
No, there is no one truth that everyone aims for. The
Other
only
than
one truth is to try
advance.
and be as true as you to yourself as you can be.
And to advance. That seems to be a general human thing as well.
Yeah, to develop yourself and hopefully others.
Yeah, I think that's very important. But I think loads of people seem to forget this.
Yeah.
By developing yourself first.
Yeah.
I think that's very important.
Very, very important.
Like, I don't know if it's even right, but like, I assume that's what like mindfulness is about.
Yes.
Figuring out your own head.
Yeah. And knowing what triggers you to do this and that. And
Yeah. I think that's so important. I love figuring it out, like figuring my own head out.
Yeah.
I think it's like, it makes you grow so much.
Yeah.
In many ways. And I think, like, as performers as well, I think it helps.
It's
to figure
very
shit
important
out.
to know how you. Yeah. Because also you can find things that are funny, because then you can figure out how everyone else ticks.
Exactly. Yeah. Because you gotta, when you do that, you eventually figure out that, you know what, maybe you always get this idea that you hear these things about like how people think about, and you're like, oh yeah, well, people are like that, but not me so much.
Yeah.
But then you learn, it's like, I do kind of follow these patterns too.
Yeah.
That's the thing you have to
you look
admit.
at it and you go like, well, I don't follow the pattern in the way that person follows the pattern, but you may follow the pattern and apply it to a completely different thing. Yeah. You know what I mean?
It's very hard, I think, to look at yourself and admit that we, in the grand scheme of things, are nothing. Yeah. And we are just one of the people. But that doesn't necessarily mean you're not special. That means everyone's special.
Yes, exactly.
It's very interesting.
Yeah.
But this is one more thing about this. I think another thing that hugely matters in this kind of stuff, like when you're weighing up risk and that for your job, depends on your situation.
It does.
If you're somebody that doesn't have kids for yourself, for example, you are in the perfect situation still to do it. Yeah. You literally have nothing to stop you, because moral obligation, like for me, like for a long time was, like having full-time job to like fully support the kids, the household, all of that.
Yeah.
And then once I was in a situation where I was kind of forced to not be in that situation, where I was doing that. Yeah. I was forced out of that situation. Then I was suddenly like, okay, well, I don't need to do that now. I can be more selfish. I'm going to follow my shit.
Yeah.
That was a changing point for me. And I also wanted to show for the kids as well that, like if you put work in, you can do what you want. And I still want to do that.
Yeah, that honestly, like, the turning point for me was when I tore my ACL still. That was the big one, because it was like, oh, right, I can literally do nothing. And it's like, I hate doing nothing. It turns out I hate it.
I can't.
It's one of the reasons why, although I love playing computer games, I occasionally fantasize about selling off all of my consoles and things.
Yeah, I didn't tell you about my ban. Okay.
Yeah. I've been thinking about that a lot, because although I have enjoyed the 45 hours I've put into Helldivers, that's 45 hours that I could have spent writing or doing a video.
Yeah.
Or going to a gig, and instead all I've done is play Helldivers.
I've put myself into a position where I literally cannot play the PlayStation right now.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to let myself for a good few weeks at least.
Yeah.
And I've already been more productive, and then literally straight away though I had these headaches for like days. So. But even in that time I stuck to a schedule I put in my head.
Yeah.
Because
you got
now
some stuff done.
Yeah. These podcast episode will be coming out every Monday from now on, just so everybody clarifies. Every Monday it will drop on all platforms. Yeah. Maybe before that, maybe over the weekend if you're special, maybe I want to treat you. I don't know. Maybe. Because then Tuesday
you don't know. He's a lovely little.
Exactly.
He's a little elf of your dreams.
Exactly. You don't know what I'm going to do. Sometimes I'll treat you. Sometimes I'll keep you guessing.
That's right.
Keep them mean. Keep them keen.
Yeah, you give them the old whiff waff.
Yeah, exactly.
The flap flop.
Sometimes you make
flippity flume.
Yeah. Sometimes you just gotta.
All the other Boris Johnson words.
Yeah. Sometimes you just gotta let them take a sniff and slap them in the face of it.
That's true. That is true.
Yeah.
Can you make a note of the time? Because I'm going to do a thing. It's 1:43.
1:43. Oh, I was thinking about the same thing. Yeah. Did you see what I did in the last one? You probably haven't seen yet. What I did in the last one, and what I'm going to do generally now, is whenever we're creating floral arrangements.
Yes.
To.
Which is all CBD. It's all CBD.
Yeah. Totally, of course. Because we live in Australia, it doesn't matter anyway.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
That's why if anybody asks why
It's
you've got
Australian CBD.
Yeah.
Mate. It's Australian
Oh,
CBD.
crikey, mate.
Yeah, so you don't have any fucking right to come into my fucking house and say shit.
Pour the sweat on the donkey, mate.
What?
Get his balls out.
What the fuck
Drop-
are you...
Get
What
balls on the table.
on earth are you talking about?
My balls are out.
What on earth are you talking
My
about?
balls are out.
No, that is not what I'm asking.
Well, that's what I'm on about.
Well, why are they out?
They're not out. Not physically.
Well, then
That'd
why are
be
you
weird.
saying that they are?
Well, that's Australian slang. You're from here too. You should know it.
Well, I think I find that I handle myself in much finer circles, the ones you find yourself in.
Oh, crikey, mate. No, you don't. You find
With an
yourself-
accent like that? Yes, I definitely do.
That's not a square. That's a circle.
That's not... What?
That's not a circle. That's a square.
This is none of this is working.
Oh, all right. I see you played squarey circle before. Crocodile Dundee, baby. Did you watch that as a child?
Oh, I fucking love Crocodile Dundee.
It was alright. It was alright.
Oh, I loved it.
It was alright.
It
Paul
was
Hogan.
the best.
He's a weird.
You know, he basically fucked everyone over in his fucking career that he could.
No.
Like he rewrote. He rewrote a script that someone wrote for Crocodile Dundee. Crocodile Dundee 3, and just literally like changed a couple of words and put his name over the top. I was like, yeah, there you go. Fucking Paul Hogan written, mate.
Adapted by Paul Hogan.
Yeah, entirely written by me.
Oh, did you just take the straight up writing? Did he just say, "Oh fucking hell"? Oh god.
He was just like, nah, that's mine.
Oh, I did it all, mate.
It's a completely different fucking movie. I don't understand how you can't see that.
It wouldn't fucking exist without me anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
I am the Dundee.
I'm the crocodile man that they all crocodile want.
Sylvester Stallone don't have shit on me. Steve Irwin ain't got shit on me.
Yeah.
Neither does Robert Irwin. I think that's his name.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been doing some actual shit, you know. He's been like, he discovered these new, a load of new animals.
Oh, has he?
Yeah, I can't remember which ones
I
they were.
noticed as well, like he really has taken over his dad's.
Yeah, he's proper
place.
his
It's
dad,
fantastic.
ain't he, man?
Yeah.
You can tell he's proper like his, what do they say? His father's son.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That's what they say.
Definitely.
Well, they'd all
A bit
fucking
less
same
chunky.
anyway.
Bit less chunky. You know.
It's still chunky.
Yeah, he had a bit of chunk on him. He did.
Oh, I don't know. I mean,
He had a bit of chunk on him.
he was to be fair, I remember he had like strong cast, man. That dude used to wrestle crocodiles for a fucking living.
Yeah, I mean, you know, that's usable chunk.
I don't
get me
remember that
wrong.
much chunk.
It's not like fat chunk.
Just a
Well,
bit of
it's not
girth.
like
A bit of
pure-
girth.
Yeah, he had
Yeah, okay.
girth. He had weight.
Like a man.
Yeah.
Like a man.
Yeah, his son's a bit more like a bit thinner. A
Yeah,
bit more
he's
like,
got to grow into his belly, ain't he?
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
Give him a chance.
He's got to earn himself that crocodile gut. You know, from twisting and turning with the fucking gators.
Did you ever see Kevin Hart like reacting to him when he came out on? I think it was when Kevin Hart was co-hosting for a week with Jimmy Fallon.
Yeah.
One of those few times when the Tonight Show's fun.
Yeah.
When Kevin Hart is co-hosting, and they brought the animals out with Robert Irwin. And Kevin Hart, you know, shit himself over any animals, basically. So it was fucking great, the whole thing. He managed to get him to do a few things, though. Robert did.
Yeah.
Fair play.
I can't remember who it was. There was someone. It was either on a podcast, or it was on like.
Oh, what did you say the time was?
It's about
What is it
10
now?
o'clock.
No, I mean.
It was 1:43. I think it was 1:43 around there, maybe.
Okay, somewhere around there. I'll find it.
What was the same?
Creation. Graph. Blowing.
What was I saying?
Oh fuck! What were we saying? Balls. Shit. Right. We was on about Steve Irwin, Robert Irwin, Kevin Hart, Tonight Show. Scared of animals. Managed to get him to do some stuff. I think where we got to.
Oh, I can't remember now. It's gone. It's gone.
I'm sure it was exceptionally
I'm sure
interesting.
it was fascinating.
I'm sure it was.
Sure, it's totally fascinating.
I'm sure the crowd are absolutely.
They're losing their shit.
They are right now.
They're
I know they are.
shitting so loosely right now.
The bed is just going all over the place.
Yeah, they're just emptying themselves.
They are shitting the bed constantly with the memory or the image of your face in front of them while they do it.
Well, of course. I am a natural diuretic.
Oh, I thought you were just into shit myself.
No.
Like
I'm a stool loosener, baby.
Oh, I thought you was like a Jaffa cake.
I'm a stool listener, baby. So why don't you eat me?
I am a laxative. I come from
That actually works
Uganda.
better. That does work better. I'm a laxative, baby. So why don't you take me?
Take me to Uganda, and I'll give you a handa.
That's not a good deal.
That's not a good deal.
It's really expensive to get there.
It's a hand job, though, you know.
Yeah. Now, Rwanda, I can get you to real easily.
Well, I think
all you have to do
anyone
is
can.
float on a boat towards the UK.
Yeah. Get a boat.
Yeah.
Paddle out as far as you can and just let yourself come back.
Yeah. And they'll be like, you're definitely one of them. It's like, yep, that's cool. Send me to Rwanda.
Oh, I swear to God.
You know the easiest way to become a millionaire in the world?
Mm.
Move to Zimbabwe.
Oh, okay.
Literally, you can just turn up.
The quickest way to become a dead millionaire, though.
Oh no! If you got enough money, you can get yourself security. I mean,
that's security.
You gotta have enough money.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong.
Tucked away somewhere.
Yeah.
Like Euro trip when they go.
My fucking one of my colleagues at work is from South Africa, and he was talking about the fact that they all have like fully built compounds for their houses, because you cannot just have like a fence. No, people will just come in and steal shit.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
So you have to have like 9 foot tall fucking walls around all of the houses.
Wow,
it's crazy.
Fucking hell.
I can't imagine it.
I mean, we say that though, but we just fully enclose everything, don't we? In like the houses, like
We do a bit
because you'd never leave your door open nowadays, or your door unlocked overnight nowadays.
No.
Oh, let me. Were you going to say something? Did I interrupt you?
No.
Okay, cool.
No.
Like you wouldn't leave. I tell them about the car that I saved yesterday, neighbour's car that I fucking saved.
Yeah.
Pictures there right now.
Yeah.
Where's the time? What did you say the time was? What's the time on the thingy?
1:51.
1:51.
Yeah.
Add photo.
Which this
that bit
vehicle
was gone
that you
out anyway,
saved.
don't worry.
The vehicle you saved.
Man, it was
Yeah.
like I just had a whole thought in my head then that I might have left a little gap in the other podcast. I don't know why it came to my mind then. I don't know why you did, but I had a little flashback of that. Like I had about 3 connections then that made me think about. Anyway,
all right.
So the point is mentioning it now because I can't do anything about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I went out and the car door was all wide open, facing the opposite way. It's not the roughest of areas. So you
No,
don't want
but still.
There's drug dealers around and stuff,
Yeah.
you know. And drug people, they're bad people.
Yeah.
Bad people.
Yeah,
you don't want to do drugs. That's bad. Naughty.
Yeah.
But to be fair, some of them you don't want to do
Never.
them drugs anyway.
No.
Yeah, them ones. You know who I want about.
You know the ones we're talking about.
Crack Sparrow.
Yeah.
That's literally how he's known now.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I came back and I tried knocking on the door and like it was still open. It was like 12:30 though, and no one answered. So I fully recorded myself doing the whole thing, like
closing it up.
Yeah, because I didn't want to shut it, and then because there's a new strimmer on the back as well, I didn't want to be shutting it, and then the alarm go off, and they were like, "Stop trying to steal my strimmer!" I'm like, that's not what's happening.
I'm trying to prevent it.
Yeah. Like maybe like if
you
I
sat down and started watching fucking whatever it was on TV.
Yeah, baby reindeer.
Yeah,
porn
or Fallout. You need to watch Fallout.
I will do.
It's so much fun.
It's just I didn't play the game, so I don't have any kind of.
Oh, you don't need to.
Yeah, I just don't have any kind of like super wanting to watch it.
All I can say is that me and Matilda just sat down and watched it in basically like 2 sittings.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was like, we have to watch this now.
Was it quite short? Are they long?
Oh, it's 8 episodes. It's only 8 episodes. It's an hour an episode.
Okay, so proper.
Well, 45 minutes to an hour, depending on what they need. But it's got loads of plot lines in it. It's got loads of story that's really entertaining. The characters are brilliant. It's one of Walton Goggins' greatest performances yet as this ghoul. You'll see what I mean when you watch it.
I don't know what Walton Goggins is, but I probably will notice it when I see him.
Yeah. He's been in loads of stuff, but
one of them character actors that you just
you
never know the name of, but they're great.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
There's a few like that, to be fair.
And this one's sort of made his name really well known because everyone's been going, "Oh, have you seen Walton Goggins as the ghoul?" And Walton Goggins. There's shitloads of fucking memes about him out there now.
Is the ghoul something that was in the original games as well?
Yeah. Ghouls are a thing that people can become if they become too irradiated.
Oh, I think I might have seen them actually, because
Yeah.
I have seen people play it and stuff.
Yeah, they can. You can have feral ghouls, but there's also normal like people ghouls.
Okay.
And they eventually become feral.
Yeah. They once they go down
deteriorate enough. Yeah.
It's like Walking Dead. There's some of the zombies that deteriorate, but then there's some that have like started evolving. I think in the newer ones now.
Yeah.
And I think the new series has already been out actually, hasn't it, with Rick and Michonne? I didn't know. I need to find a way.
I
to
saw a
watch
trailer of it. I've got Disney Plus.
It's not even. Is it on there though?
Yeah, I think it should be. I think so.
Yeah. I need to get one of these.
Unless it's on fucking Now TV. It might be on Now TV.
They normally have it on there as well, though.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Because it
might come out earlier on one than the other, though. It might be one of those things.
To be fair, from what I've read, actually, it hasn't premiered on like our TV yet.
Oh, right. Yeah.
So if it's going to be on either, probably more likely Disney Plus, but it just might not be on Disney Plus unless you change the VPN.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Go to America. But I think Disney Plus is one of the ones, that was that stopped me.
Yeah.
But I think those ones, from what I've read,
Oh yeah,
if
Disney
you get a better VPN, they work.
Yeah, but it's still a pain in the arse, and it'll catch it out sometimes. And it goes,
really?
"Oh yeah, no, you can't do that." It's like, "Oh, fuck off."
Yeah.
Just let me use my VPN.
Netflix doesn't give a shit, man.
Yeah.
I do always look at these VPN adverts, like when they're telling you can do that on YouTube, and I'm like, that doesn't feel legal, though.
No.
It feels like that will be eventually made illegal, maybe.
Mhm. But governments move slow.
Yeah.
And tech moves fast.
It's weird, isn't it? Because there's very few still, even now, like real laws around like online spaces and that.
Yeah.
It's very strange how that's taken so long.
Should we? I'm gonna continue a little bit of this.
Yeah.
If you need to change your job too, let's say you have family and children and a mortgage, you have responsibilities. You've already picked up those responsibilities. You don't just get to walk away scot-free and say, well, I don't like my job, I quit. That's no strategy. But what you might have to do is you think, well, this job is killing my soul.
That's the
All right,
problem
so what
as
do I
well,
have
though.
to do about that? Well, I have to look for another job. Well, no one wants to hire me. It's like, okay, maybe
I
you
still
need
would have left my job
to educate
eventually.
yourself more. Maybe you need to
Even if it
update
wasn't taking that
your
situation, because it
curriculum
was
vitae, your resume.
killing me.
Maybe you need to overcome your fear of being interviewed. Maybe you need to sharpen your social skills. Like, you have to think about these things strategically. If you're going to switch careers, you have to do it like an intelligent, responsible person. That might take you a couple of years of effort to do
Do
properly.
you reckon more
It's not that
people
hard.
quit their jobs with a strategy, or do you think more people would quit their jobs on
a whim?
Yeah, or like what's the like in a just an emotional like
a rage quit almost.
Yeah, or like an emotional quit.
Yeah.
Impromptu.
I think more emotionally for
Yeah,
sure.
I reckon so as well.
Yeah.
Which is a shame because I think you got to do it smartly. As you get older as well, if you got responsibilities,
you really do have to be as smart as you can.
It's better to have another job lined up if that's what you want to do. If you want to go straight into another job, if you're someone like myself, for example, that at the time didn't want to go straight into another job.
Yeah,
I think that's okay too. If there's reasons for it, and if you got, we say not into another job, but then when you're trying to do something anyway, I went into self-employed, so I suppose it's different.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. Ultimately, it's so hard to know how to do this right because
Exactly.
you can't ever predict the future,
And there is no right anyway.
and there is no right, and life is going to be hard.
Yeah. I mean, do you know what? I don't know about yourself, but I kind of one day I think as you get older, you have an epiphany as well that in my opinion, it's very hard to be happy until you really accept the fact that life is generally out of your control.
Yeah.
The majority of it.
The vast majority
Yeah.
of it.
Do what you can with the bits you can control.
Yeah.
And then just acknowledge that the rest of it's pretty much out of your hands and just go with it.
Yeah.
Ride the wave. Get a surfboard.
Yeah. Yeah, just fucking ride it out.
That's the bit you can do. The bit you can do is get the surfboard.
Yeah.
After that, and stand on it.
Yeah.
After that, you're on your own,
Yeah.
Or you're the wave. That's a weird analogy, but it kind of works.
Hard to find a job when you already have a job. That's another thing to keep in mind too. Whenever you're working, and you will be, especially in the world of today where jobs are relatively uncertain, is you should always have an escape route planned. And it should be active, because if you don't have an escape route and you can't get away, you can't say no. And if you can't say no, you can't bargain. And if you can't bargain, you're a slave. So that's how the world is.
That is a leap, but there is a thing.
I get what he's saying.
We do know of a thing called wage slavery, of course, as well. That is a technical term.
What's that actually mean?
So it's basically, it means that you pay people just enough money to get by, but not enough money that they can sort of plan for a future to get out.
Yeah, so you're kind of stuck.
Yeah, so you're stuck in whatever job you're in because there's no other thing. And there's
McDonald's,
places,
I imagine.
Yeah. And there's lots of places in America where there's like very few jobs around. So if you've got one, you keep it. You know, and it's not just in America; it's in the UK in certain places.
For whatever reason, it could be detrimental to your health as well.
Yeah.
I was watching about one place in America that's like Cancer Alley.
Oh.
It's a big giant place. It's like just got loads of like plants and all that kind of stuff. And there's like places that are like completely abandoned because there's places that are so near to these plants that like everybody in this town in general has got like stories of somebody in their house dying of cancer.
Jesus Christ.
And the houses nearby is like, well, yeah, I mean, I've had cancer a few times. My mum did, and she died the first time, and somebody else had leukemia. It's like crazy, man.
Yeah.
And it seems so obvious that they're doing it.
Yeah.
They're probably under my butt.
I don't normally use scissors myself.
You weirdo.
I know.
Just the wrong thing.
Is set out at the moment. It's probably always been like that, but it's something that you really need to know, because you got to watch. If your being is objecting to something that someone is forcing you to do, maybe you're right. Maybe you shouldn't be doing it.
There we go.
The Jordon Peterson way to look at changing your job.
Yeah.
It's mad though. A lot of it you'd think is just common knowledge, really. Like, especially the whole, like it's better, obviously, to have a strategy and something else lined up.
Yeah. But you can't always do that.
You can't always do that, and you don't always know what that thing you want is anyway. And I think if it's affecting your mental health, that's the time when you need to get out.
Yeah.
Myself.
I mean, again, it's this thing. It's like there's certain things that people just feel they have to do.
Yeah. Social norms.
Yeah, well, not even that. I mean, against social norms, potentially. It's like when you feel like you've got this thing, and you're like, I know I could do this if someone would just let me fucking do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I kind of feel like I'm there at the moment. Like, I know what it is I want to do, and I know that if I get the opportunity to do it, I can pull it off.
Mm-hmm.
I just need to be able to manufacture the opportunity to do that now.
And get yourself into a position to be in the best version of yourself
to
when
do
the opportunity comes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I can't do any of the stuff that I need to do to get the attention, to get to the point where I can do the things I really want to do until I have the time to do the stuff to get the attention. You know,
sometimes you need to go all in.
Yeah, and that's part of the problem at the moment. Is I don't have the opportunity to go all in.
Well, not that you don't. I wouldn't say you don't. That's not true.
I have a lot of things that I need to pay off, and a lot of things that I need to sort out before I can truly get myself the time.
Well, I mean, paying things off, that can always wait anyway. Money is I think that's one of the things. Money is always going to be the issue there.
Yeah,
that's always going to be a problem. Like, it's going to be much worse if like you try and do it in like 4 years or something, and maybe you until to have a baby. You never know, it could happen. Like, even if you don't plan it. That's how my first happened.
Yeah.
Because the pill, wasn't it you I was talking to you about the pill not being completely effective?
Yeah.
I was like, you didn't seem to know that.
Yeah, no.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's still very effective.
Very effective, but you know, if you got a girlfriend that you're actually with a lot and you have sex 100 times, and one of them, what was it, We saw like
It was like 99 point something percent.
Wasn't that condoms? I swear the pill was like more.
Yeah, 96
or something.
Yeah,
wasn't it?
something like that. Yeah.
It was like 4 times out of
Yeah,
times out
I
of 100,
don't-
you have an unprotected sex, basically.
I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan.
Hey man, that once again, it's risk reward, isn't it?
It is. It
risk
is
reward.
risk versus reward.
But you know, you are now in the best position, full stop, just because you haven't got the kids.
Yeah.
Full stop. Like, as far as like paying things off, like just so many things you can do to that. Like, so I said, I learned all these things like working in finance. Like, you pay £90. Oh no, it's free now. A debt relief order, I think. I swear they made it free.
Yeah.
Where you can just basically, it's a cheap version of bankruptcy. If you've only got debts that weigh up to about like, I think it's something less than like 50 or 10 or something like that.
Yeah.
I think it's more 50s, something in that region. Then you get a debt relief order, which is just, it used to be you pay £90 and then all your debts are wiped off.
Right.
And then obviously you're just back to square one, and then after like 7 years, your credit file could be perfect again. But then you just build it up then after that. Yeah.
Problem with that is I need to keep the car.
Well, you're on finance, or?
Yeah.
Can you do that on that? Or because there are something, I think, you can't do that. I mean, worst case scenario, you could get a banger if you had to.
Could do. But I like my car.
I know, but it's not. These are the thing, though.
It's
isn't
a
it?
really nice car.
Is it worth not doing the stuff you were just saying? You don't have to answer. I'm just saying that's the thing you ruminate
I think
on.
the thing I need to really do is I need to freeze my credit card, which I know isn't great for your what do you call it? Your credit score.
I will only put a stamp on it. That's pretty much nothing.
Yeah.
It means nothing.
Yeah. And that means I can finally pay that off, and it's not going to keep fucking rinsing me for extra.
I was going to say, is this like a outstanding like balance then that you're paying off people a bit, so you're hardly paying anything on the Yeah, well, that's the reason why. Well, in that case, then your credit file's already going to be. Oh no, it won't be. If you're paying the minimum amount each month, then you won't be losing out.
Yeah.
Your credit file, so you won't be affected. Why don't you like do the consolidation things? So you're not doing that.
I
do that
dunno.
first before you do the thingy.
Yeah.
Like if you did like, that's what I always say as well. If you do like a debt relief order, you have to go like 3 months without having done anything first on your finance, so taking out any new finance. So you just take it out like a reasonable loan 3 months before that to tide you over in the time after, because you know you're not going to have to pay it back. Do you take out the biggest loan you can? Because it's literally going to be free money. And it's only from a bank, man. Who cares? Fuck them.
Yeah.
The bank, the fucking victimless crime. It's fine.
Yeah.
Not a crime. It's victimless being smart.
Yeah.
Playing the system, man. That's what you got to do in those situations.
No, I'll figure a way through, but
You might
one
just have
way
to
or
make
another,
concessions, though.
by the end of this year, I will have the ability to finally get myself in a position to do what I want to do.
Yeah.
And once that time comes, I'm going to be so much happier.
Hey man, just knowing that you're working to it, just make sure you don't get the girlfriend Peggy's.
Yeah.
That's the only thing.
I don't think either of us want that at the moment. So.
Well, then at least you got a backup plan then.
Yeah.
Unless you're watching Sin American, you're like, no, woo, demons.
Yeah, how dare you?
You can choose.
Yeah.
I also think a man should be allowed to make an input too.
Yeah.
But I don't know what input though at the same time.
Yeah, you should be able to say what you want, but ultimately the final decision.
Yeah, because you couldn't tell her if you wanted to keep it, and she said no, she wanted to get rid of it. You couldn't stop her.
No.
But if she wanted to keep it and that was it. If she wanted to keep it and you wanted to get rid of it, then I think you should be able to like sign something straight away that like gives up all your rights to the kid, which is like, essentially like the guy's termination.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Like you wanted to get rid of it, she didn't.
Yeah.
You don't have the choice in it, but then you're literally legally attached to the kid then for 18 years.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you'll probably regret that in the long run, but that's your own fault. You're done. Once it's done, it's done.
Yeah.
Like you've waived all
once
rights.
that kid sees that, fucking hell as well. Like, Dad, you wanted to kill me.
Well, you don't have to write that down, but I mean, you just write something that says you're waiving all rights.
They'd know.
Yeah, that'd be the reason.
Yeah, the mum would tell him.
Well, the idea is they don't know the dad anyway.
Yeah.
They wouldn't know this guy.
Yeah,
That's the
true.
point. He's not in their life at all.
Yeah, unless he has this sudden turn of,
Hard luck.
Yeah.
Unless the mum decides to, but then it's like, well.
Or the kid turns out to be like Justin Bieber.
Well, then it's too late by then anyway.
Yeah.
Then you'll have like Marshall Mathers rapping about his mama, who I think he was on better terms now though.
I don't know.
I think they're on better terms, Yeah. Unlike me and Eminem, motherfuckers. Every time I eat them, they get stuck in my teeth.
So that's basically all I had on quitting.
Yeah, it was. I very much like watching people quit. It's
therapeutic.
Yeah, and I think it's for people that want to do it, you get to live vicariously through them for a moment as well.
Yeah,
because everybody likes to do it. It's why it's like Impractical Jokers have like a whole game about that.
Yeah.
Although to be fair though, they beat all of them with their elaborate firing quittings.
Yeah.
I've seen them get on a desk and do a whole speech in that, but I've never seen a marching band.
Yeah, that was pretty impressive.
That was banging, man.
Yeah.
It's just a shame he didn't go down better, that he didn't get in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did I want to mention on this podcast about the stuff that I was on about before about the kid that had the tumour and that, and then rather than chemotherapy he had?
Oh, I don't know. Did we talk about that on?
I can't remember if I was on the podcast or before. Yeah. Oh, well, just in case then, there was a new kind of I think it was before.
Yeah.
There's a new kind of for the people. There's a new kind of treatment for cancer, which is essentially the same as how the vaccine for COVID. What it would do is, rather than the old vaccines, it would take like let me know if I'm wrong, science man. But the old vaccines would take a little bit of the virus, put it in you, so your body would learn how to fight against it. Basically, now what they do is with these mRNA ones, they go in and basically tickle your DNA and all that, and make the proteins. Make your body make the proteins to fight against it. Like, it goes in, it's like, here's the code. Rather than going in, putting a little bit in there and being like, so hey, body, figure it out.
Yeah.
He's going, hey, here's the plan instead. Don't worry about it. We've got the plan. We sorted it out for you.
Yeah.
That's basically what it does, which is what the mRNA was. Obviously, though, there's still some definite things to look at from the COVID vaccination, though.
Well, yeah.
There's still reports about people, like younger people, like our age, getting like blood clots from them and stuff.
Yeah.
Like the rate
heart
of like
problems.
Heart problems, the rate of people like just suddenly dying. Obviously, I feel like it must be stopping now because it's gone a bit far.
Yeah.
I don't think people are generally still taking boosters now, are they?
No, I'm not.
I don't know.
I don't think that many people. I think there might be some elderly people and immunocompromised people.
Yeah, because I think they still offer them, don't they? They still try and get people
they
to
still
take
do.
them.
Yeah.
Literally, the only last time I remember anyway, which felt like a while ago now. Last time I remember was the CDC wasn't saying you had to.
Yeah.
The only one recommending you should was the owner of Pfizer.
Oh, what a surprise!
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a buzz. These are the first tablets I've ever seen that have actually got Pfizer on them. The proper Pfizer ones, look.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Pfizer.
Oh my God, man. These feel like, well, I mean, in the future, like, you haven't seen the new Jurassic World, have you said?
No.
Biosyn is like the evil company in this. They feel like in the future Biosyn will be them.
Yeah.
100%.
Pfizer. Yeah.
There'll be something like it, or Coca-Cola.
It's later than I expected.
Oh yeah. To be fair, that took more time.
Yeah, I might have to do a shoot off.
That's fine, man. We've finished the thingies.
Yeah. So I think we can call that a good episode of Squishy Logic.
Oh, it's gone over the 2 hours anyway.
Yeah. So,
I mean, to be fair, a lot of podcasts only aim for an hour anyway. We don't really aim for anything, but it always seems to go over the 2 hours.
Yeah.
We're still banging above them. I'll put this one out next, soon as we've done it.
Yeah.
Then again, I might do. Yeah. I probably will do. Even though we didn't talk about that much current stuff, so it could go anywhere, I guess.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's kind of nice to just put the new ones out in it.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess that's Squishy Logic.
Remember, whatever you are doing, you can have a strategy about whether you want to lose the job. You can have a strategy about whether you want to keep your job.
Yeah.
One thing you can't do, you have a strategy about whether you're going to have a hand job if you're squishy.
That's true.
Think about it better. Don't be squishy.
Always be logical.
Bye-bye.